Minister, I welcome the opportunity to speak on this debate on the ambulance service, and in particular the motion's call on Government and the NAS to urgently review the adequacy of the spatial distribution and coverage of the ambulance fleet, to ensure an equitable distribution of services across regions, reduce reliance on overtime and long shifts, and reach response time target. And before I make any more points, I want to commend our paramedics who do an excellent job, but they really are caught in a broken system, a system that is unfair and not fit for purpose. And I know for a fact that many of them are demoralised, and for the few that are there still, many of them also have left. Morale is at an all-time low. We need to ensure that there's fairness and also that lives are protected through being, a sensible system and a fair system where everyone and every region and town has their own dedicated ambulance service. I think that's, very reasonable to ask for. Indeed, I've raised this very issue during Leaders' Questions in November, when I highlighted the fact that the ambulance station in Tullamore in County Offaly completely closed for an entire day or night shift on a number of occasions recently, and previously this would have been unheard of. On top of this, despite the lack of cover in the Midlands, those available ambulances are regularly drawn into other areas. The Eden-Derry crews are regularly in Dublin, Kildare or the North East. The Bor ambulance crew spends most of its time in Tipperary or Limerick. The Portlaoise ambulances are frequently in Wicklow, Kildare or the South East. And then you have a situation where the Tullamore ambulances are normally picking up the pieces in Laois, Westmeath, Bor, Eden-Derry and everywhere else around. I just think it has to change, and it has to change to protect lives and also to be fair to our paramedics. I've also repeatedly called on the HSE and the National Ambulance Service to place a renewed focus on supporting schemes that ensure greater numbers of people can act as community first responders. I do feel that could well be part of the solution here. This is particularly vital in counties like Laois and Offaly, for ECHO, life-threatening cardiac or respiratory arrest, and Delta, life-threatening illness or injury, other than cardiac or respiratory arrest emergency calls. I would also note that the experience, and that my experience from engaging with ambulance staff, is something more fundamental has gone wrong within the work culture of the NAS. We need to change this, and we need to change it fast.
Thank you very much.